What is up, everybody? I'm going to be reviewing Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I'm your host, the original kid. Without further ado, let's begin. Let's start off with campaign. Campaign has finally came back and better than ever. It has brought in co-op, 4 players, and it brought in a new difficulty called realistic mode. Co-op campaign has been around in the Call of Duty franchise. It's only been around one time in the franchise, which was World at War. It should have been a standard. It was first shown, but apparently that wasn't the case. They decided to take it off and only World at War had co-op. But now Black Ops 3 has co-op. How amazing is that? I just finished the campaign in co-op. It was really amazing. There's 5 difficulties, starting with recruit, normal, hardened, veteran, and realistic mode. Realistic is one shot, basically one bullet to your character and you are dead completely. So I would recommend playing realistic mode if you want to give it a try. I think it would be best to do it on co-op because you are able to revive your teammates, and also you only get one self-revive as well as one of the things that you get to unlock. Another thing that's amazing in campaign is there's a safe house and you get to roam around and about, being able to customize your classes to whatever liking you have. You get to customize it as if it was a multiplayer. There's literally 5 classes, and if you don't like the 5 classes that you have, um, you're able to switch out classes. Actually, in campaign, as you play, you will eventually see a loadout, a box that just says switch loadout, and also resupply crates almost everywhere in the game. This game has added so much to their campaign. It is beyond different compared to most of the other campaigns you have played and seen today. Another thing that's possible in campaign is inside the safe house there's like a little combat training practice mode called immersion. You are able to rank up just by doing immersion in the safe house, and you get to see how many rounds you can last. Immersion's difficulty is based on what difficulty you play on in the campaign. Besides being able to customize your loadouts, you are also able to unlock and also upgrade different cores such as Control, Chaos, and Marshall. Each one having different abilities, almost as if you were a specialist yourself. And with co-op, this really plays out well because you can have one player has Control, the other player Chaos, the other player Marshall, and you guys use your cooperative teamwork to beat the game as quick as possible or just play at your own pace. Inside the safe house as well, you can also change your wardrobe so you don't have to stay in the same uniform since the beginning of the game. You get to change your appearance as you play along through the game. As you change your appearances, you get to unlock more outfits so you can actually equip as well. In the safe house, you get to explore a data vault that's in your room, because in the safe house you get your own room and you get to roam around everywhere else as well. But the data vault shows you some intel. It has a music player, it has a concept art image shower, tells you, it has basic information, and you can also see your calling card, your emblem, and you also get to see Dead Ops Arcade in there. Campaign has been using unlock tokens for a good amount of stuff. As you heard me say, you can unlock things for your classes, you can upgrade your core. You were probably asking, how can I do that? Every time you rank up, you get more unlock tokens and you can use them to whatever you want. The cores, the classes, almost about anything. Once you beat the campaign, you get to unlock a new mode that you see in the main menu when you start up the game. You know how it says campaign, play offline, multiplayer, zombies, options. But if once you defeat the campaign, you get to see a brand new game mode called Nightmare Mode. You unlock it once you beat the campaign. It's a whole nother campaign. I have not played it. I have yet to play it, but people are saying it's a zombie campaign. And personally, to me, it looks pretty interesting to go into, but I'm not fully sure if it'll be the best game mode because it would be a little awkward just to see it and go into it just like that. Nightmare mode sounds like an interesting mode. I'll play it. I'll probably talk about it. I'm not fully sure. Let me just say one more thing. The campaign has cutscenes in the game and dialogue that you basically have way more dialogue than any other Call of Duty game that has been out. Your player gets to talk, has its own voice. It's kind of a big deal for all this dialogue that's in the game. It's a big old mindfuck. You guys will enjoy the campaign. I'm not gonna spoil it. Hopefully you guys play the game for yourselves and do the campaign. Multiplayer. Multiplayer has a bunch of specialists that you are able to use. There's one that carries gravity spike. Specialist has 2 different abilities. You can only choose one, so you gotta choose wisely. Like the first one has gravity spikes or rush. The second has a Tempest or Glitch, and then there's also Barrow, Battery, and so on and so forth. Each one has different abilities that you can obtain and use to your advantage as playing multiplayer. There's also the Black Market, which allows you to unlock rare items such as attachments, camo, call sign, gestures, and specialist gear, etc. It goes on to, there's literally no limit to what exactly there is that's in the black market. But in order to get in the black market and use whatever the black market has, you need to be able to rank up as much times as you can. You unlocked crypt keys. The minimum crypt keys is 10. The max crypt keys is 30. You can have more than 30. I'm just saying, if you want a common case, it is 10 crypt keys, and if you want a rare case, it's 30 crypt keys. So these cases are based on random luck, so you could either be really lucky or you can be unlucky. But lately for me, I've been pretty lucky and I've been getting plenty of legendaries, epics, and rares, just literally in commons and rare drops. But as I've seen other people and I've heard that this is really luck based, and it's just like I open a common, I get something rare, I open a rare, I get all commons. It's like, that's the beauty of having the black market. You are able to get a bunch of attachments and equipment almost as if like this is all free, by the way. Crypt keys, you do not have to pay for them whatsoever. Hopefully somewhere in the near future you still do not have to pay. I could probably understand if they want to do microtransactions, but I hope they do not do that because that would slightly ruin the black market and it would make multiplayer really unbalanced in a bunch of ways, because the attachments have different specials in them, like distance and what have you not. Zombies. There's a ranking system as well, just like Black Ops 2, but it's a whole nother ranking system besides Black Ops 2. Basically, once you rank up, slowly you get to unlock attachments for the weapons off of the walls. Yes, you heard me correctly. Off of the walls. Like, let's say there's the 3-burst pistol in Shadows of Evil. There's a certain level where you can actually unlock attachments for it, and whenever you equip whatever is on the wall, it basically has the attachments that you have. And what that does is that everybody has a custom, everybody has their advantages towards using that weapon, and it makes wall guns more valuable than it used. And there's the Gobble Gum. That's a new perk. It's a pretty amazing perk as well. I like using Gobble Gum because it's completely randomized, almost as if it were to be a mystery box, but instead it's a gumball machine. And besides the fact of you getting the Gobble Gum, as you rank up, you get to unlock more Gobble Gum features, and you get to make custom loadouts of your Gobblegum. But anyways, back to what I was saying. With the Gobblegum, as you rank up, you get to unlock a bunch of them. And as you rank up, you get to unlock Liquid Divinium. And what that does is it allows you to use a good amount of liquid diviniums in a machine, so you can unlock Mega Gumball, which is twice as much better than just regular old gumballs that you already have. Why, you may ask? Because there's so many they basically installed a whole nother set of perks within the gumball machine that almost everybody would probably wish they had. And it's just like saying, it's like the more liquid diviniums you use, the rarer you get, a better chance of getting a rare gumball, basically. But it's a pretty good concept. I like it because there's advantages and disadvantages to what the player is allowed to do compared to regularly just everybody having the same thing. So everybody has their own advantages at some point in the game. And reasons being why I enjoy this game is because it gives me that feel like as if it were to be like a Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, because the multiplayer is pretty amazing. And besides multiplayer, there's like the campaign literally changed the whole idea of Call of Duty. I am not joking when I say this. I might sound like a fanboy. I swear to something. I won't say God or any of that, just in case that offends you guys. But this is an amazing game. The campaign is different compared to every other campaign I've seen so far. It This game has more than enough potential to live for another couple years before Treyarch releases their game. My rating from 1 through 10 of this game would be a 8.5 because that's how enjoyable it is to me. The last time I ever played a Call of Duty was Black Ops 2, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll be sure to catch you guys later. Don't forget to like, fave, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And as always, stay original.
Maybe I've been freaking out, moving quick, burning the wicked.